Tony's Betting.
We are live, episode 74. I am your co-host Pisky, and I am joined as always by the one and only Godfather.
Take that fucking thing off right now.
What's up, Godfather? What's going on?
It's a terrible way to start this podcast, okay?
What do you mean it's a terrible way? Again, for all of you listening on Spotify or just the audio version, you got to get on YouTube. You got to see what's going on right now. All right.
Oh,
I wanted to get you fired up a little bit.
Fired up?
If people are wondering what the hell was it, what I was just doing right there, that is a little treat from our recent business trip that the Godfather and I went on. My hair's all fucked up. What the fuck, man?
Well,
Look
sure.
good,
You go put that contraption on your head. What do you expect? Oh, man. I should have brought up 2 or 3 of these.
Okay, so obviously we're going to start this week's episode, with what the hell went down in Detroit.
Yeah.
A business,
went down?
very serious business trip for the ages. Godfather told me I'm looking a little tired today. I am looking a little tired because I went out for last night's Thursday night football game. Went and joined Mikey the Runner at our favorite spot, the Keg. And I switched it up this time, Godfather. I went not with the baseball steak for the first time in probably the last dozen visits that I've been there.
You went prime rib.
I went prime rib.
And?
Great. I honestly, I think I'm a little bit sick of the baseball steak. The last couple times I've had one, it's been a little fucking grizzly, a little tough to chew. I don't know. I don't like saying that about my favorite place, the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. Let's do some work together. Let's collaborate. Make me an influencer. Sign the contract. But yeah, I did not like it, so this time I switched it up, went prime rib, and it was delicious. But the problem is when I get together with Mikey the Runner being our number one go-to guy when we were going after the Lottery Corp a couple years ago. Dude, we were talking last night. He's got some phenomenal stories about going store to store and some of the retailers that were like obviously flabbergasted by what he was doing and the amount that he was playing and then trying to get in on the action, but obviously not knowing how to go about it and probably losing a shit ton of money, but feeling like they were part of something special, which they kind of were. Anyways, he's got great stories, and I told him he is going to have to come on to an episode and shoot the shit with us. I don't know, maybe you want to take the episode off, maybe you want to, just sit there with your ears
if
plugged.
We're going to talk about that. Yeah, I'll take the episode off, and you two can giggle your way to the 1 hour mark.
Dude, it was phenomenal. Just reminiscing last night with him. Shout out to Mikey. But yeah, I'm a little tired, man. We don't get out very often, and one thing leads to another. We go across the street. There's this place called Two Cats. I mean, I don't know. It's like a loud, rowdy place.
What's it called?
Two Cats.
Oh, Two Cats.
Two Cats. I mean, I don't know. People go there, let loose a little bit. We just sort of stand in the corner and fucking, we're all tooled up on our gummies and, just laugh it up. Watch it, watch people dance a little bit. It's pretty funny.
It's no wonder you could never do a corporate job. It's no wonder.
But yeah, I'm a little banged up today. So yes, I do look a little tired. I think I sound a little bit tired. And what about you? You went out for fucking wings last night. I didn't get an invite. Apparently you went out with all the old, the band from the OLG. Shout out to Tony Caps, K-Ho, and
T-Rex.
T-Rex was there as well?
Yeah, T-Rex was there. Johnny C.
Really? Get out of here. Him too?
Yeah.
The whole crew.
Everybody wanted to spend some time.
And fuck you didn't even extend the invite. Unbelievable. Where'd you guys go?
All Stars.
All-Star, the Wings? Well, okay.
Yeah,
okay, any good?
Terrible. 20 TVs.
20
TVs.
Okay.
2 on the Raptors.
Okay.
2 on the black and gold.
Big win last
I'm
night.
going to give you one fucking guess where the other 16 TVs were on.
You know what?
With sound.
Yeah, well, it's not local. It's not local in Liberty Village. Shout out to them. Dude, I had the same problem with the keg. There was the evil empire on the TVs everywhere. I asked for one to be the Thursday night football game. They sort of like gave me the nod and yeah, it's coming. It never came until the Leafs game ended, and yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem we have in this city because they just keep supporting this team that's been losing since 1967, and a reputable organization like the Pittsburgh Steelers on prime time. You gotta put that out there.
You mean elite? Anyway, let's go 1 hour.
Let's go 1 hour. Hey, well, we're allowed to talk a little bit. Jesus Christ. Anyways, it must have been nice to see all the guys.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
What did they say about your business trip?
You know what? I have taken so much flack over this fucking shit that I did. I've gotten. First of all, they were like, "How? How did this guy get you to actually agree to wear it? Even just to not just like wear it. Oh, photo op. No. Walking around the streets of Motown with this fucking thing on." And I told, they didn't want to believe me. I had to show them video evidence that we basically took on celebrity status somehow with these fucking things. I don't know if it was a pity fest or,
No.
These guys are not mentally stable. And so, let's.
We're not mentally stable. Hello? You saw what was surrounding us. There were a lot of other people that were on the sauce at the tailgates and whatnot, and they were pretty fucking fired up compared to us sober Sallies walking around. Yeah, we look like we belong in a circus, but what are you gonna do? We're having fun.
It's been a terrible week. I'm getting calls from my mother. Oh my God, your sister, she showed me a picture. You go to the casino with the briefcase full of money. Oh my God, you drug dealer? Oh my God. Why you dress up like a bear? Ma, I was a lion for the Detroit Lion game. I don't understand why you dress up like a bear. Alex too. Oh my God, what's happening? So terrible week, and don't fucking try to get a repeat or something. No.
Listen,
some people are even suggesting. Some people are even suggesting that maybe I'm Vito Spatafor from the fucking Sopranos and not the Godfather, and you've got something on me. This shit has to stop. Let my guard down a little and look what happens.
Dude, you're going to admit it in front of everyone watching and everyone listening that you had a very good time. I know you did. The amount of pictures and videos that we were in and took part in, next level. You know what it reminded me, honestly? When the Raptors won the championship here in Toronto, 2019. Shout out to Chuggy. Chuggy and I went out into the streets of downtown Toronto as T-Rexes. I got these inflatable costumes off of Amazon. I was a 7-foot T-Rex, and we walked down King Street, the two of us, whooping it up. But, dude, we started at, I think it was John Street, because that's where I was living at the time. We didn't get past University because there were so many people, kind of like the Lions stadium. There were so many people that were so fired up about this that they were asking to pick us up. They wanted to, mosh pit us.
Oh, my God.
But I'm like, fuck, I'm looking through this cloudy little window that's this big, and it's fogging up because it's so goddamn hot inside that costume.
Oh, well, let's not talk about that.
And the amount of pictures was off the charts, and the same thing happened to us in Detroit. So yes, I know you were uncomfortable. Yes, you're like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but man, oh man, did the people of Detroit really welcome us with open arms, and they loved every second of it.
I will affirm 100% that the people of Detroit are They are troopers. They were friendly as anything, and they loved us. When we went by, two women jump out of a limo. We want pictures with the Lions. I'm like, oh, Jesus Cristo! Like we can't go anywhere. It was nuts. It was nuts. And then we probably saw another dozen or so other mental health patients in lion costumes. And it was almost like
familia, not mental health patients. Familia. That's right.
Respect. Go Lions.
A couple Bob Probert jerseys in the crowd as well. I like to see that in Detroit Rock City.
Great buzz
it was
stadium.
It was awesome.
Awesome. I had a great time, but I can't trust a man of respect. I can't dress up like that, Pitt. I can't.
Dude, it was Halloween. There should have been more costumes. There wasn't people looking at us like,
that's
what do
true.
You guys do? It's Halloween.
Yeah,
like true. I would do that because I'm a little crazy. You know how I am. Wow. I would do that on a regular NFL Sunday because it's part of the experience. It's amazing. You're whooping it up at the tailgate with lions. Like people dress up as lions. It's amazing. But this was a legit Halloween game. So there is nothing wrong with dressing up, in my perfect, humble opinion. What did you think of Ford Field?
I liked it. I loved the sight lines. You got very good tickets. Shout out to you. Whatever. But yeah,
shout out to the availability. That's not me.
Well, I mean, hey, you took the cash out, so good for you. Good for us. Great sight lines. Great vibe at the game. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was really, really cool. Minus the
heat factor.
Minus the 125-degree internal temperature factor for 3 hours. I don't know did we take more pictures with people or people asking us, how hot are you guys right now? That was close. I think
that was the main question. That was the main question, and this is how I answered it, and it was as truthful as can be. Outside, when we were walking to the stadium, from the parking lot to the stadium, and we were supposed to get to a tailgate, but we got into a parking situation that we can talk about in a second. But we were like, I felt like a genius because it was nice and cool, and it's like, hey, we're actually kind of warm in these costumes. But as soon as we got into the doors at Ford Field, like you could feel the sweat start beating down your face. So then everyone's like, how hot are you right now? And yeah, the answer was, this was a genius idea outside, like unexpected. And now that we're inside, it feels kind of silly. And now we got to sit here for 4 quarters and sweat a game that wasn't even supposed to be close. The Lions should have won that one by 35. Let's be honest.
Easy. And at one point, it was a 2-point game. And we got this.
The briefcase. When you go on a business trip, you got to go with your briefcase. Dude, perfect.
Oh, Jezu. Anyway, yes, I'll admit publicly that I had a great time, but, it has led to too many questions. People telling me, you wouldn't do that for me. No, I wouldn't. I shouldn't have done it for him.
Well, like I told you, right? Everyone asked me the same thing. Like, what in God's name do you have on this, man? The Godfather had 2 options. Because I went into his room unexpected. He had no idea about these Lions costumes.
None.
I went into his room, and he knows that I'm crazy and I'm going to do it. So he has 2 options. Option 1 being, I either join this maniac, and whatever comes of it, comes of it. You know what I mean? Good, bad, or ugly, whatever. Option 2 is, I play the too cool for school card. I ain't doing it. And then I have to be, like, an accomplice to this circus show because everyone's going to be all over him. Everyone's going to be excited. And I told him, well, you can take the pictures and take all the video. I'm happy to play that role as well if you want. And the Godfather was a good sport, and he joined me. And man, oh man, like that was just hilarious. Dude, it was priceless. But let's tell everyone about this parking situation in Detroit. We had a crazy decision. So if anyone's looking to go tailgate anywhere at any stadium in the National Football League, there is a website called the Tailgating Hall of Fame. I use it for every single one of our NFL road trips. Our NFL road trips, it's on hiatus right now. The pandemic kind of fucked it up a little bit. But here's what you got to do. If you're going to any stadium, you go to this website, and it gives you the best tailgate to join. And a lot of times, it's free to join. Other times, they're going to charge you $20, all you can eat, all you can drink. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So there was a tailgating crew called the Blue Tub Crew. Something like that. Blue Tub Crew. It's on the website. So I chuckled because one of our last NFL road trips, I guess it was the 10th year anniversary. We did a double. We did Thursday night in Tampa Bay. Or no, sorry. We did Thursday night in Atlanta, Sunday in Tampa Bay. And when we went to Tampa Bay, Detroit was playing Tampa Bay. And the Blue Tub Crew was there. So basically they set up this hot tub and they dye the water blue and they actually just like fucking drink in this hot tub. Great. And they've been doing it for like 20 years. So I noticed that they're on the Tailgating Hall of Fame. So I reached out to them. I joined their Facebook group. I said, hey, listen, 2 Canadians coming down. We'd love to join you guys. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. Join us. So the plan was to join them. They had a designated parking area in downtown Detroit, and they said it attaches to where we tailgate. So that's it. I planned it all, had it all good. We crossed the border, no issues there whatsoever, which was amazing. And then we get to the parking lot, and it's completely full. And the neighboring parking lot is it fair to call him shady looking dude, Godfather?
Yeah. Yeah,
right. He was talking in a way that had us both looking at each other and say, I don't know about this. So
I know trust Mo. Mo.
He offers us a place, a parking spot after we do 2 laps.
2 laps.
Yeah.
45 minutes later, and Mo is looking at us and he's like, my friend, I have parking, front row. You leave me keys.
Yeah, exactly. And we're like, what do you mean we leave your keys? He's like, well, you got to trust me.
Yeah, you trust me. And then he drops the name. Like, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Jimmy, leave Escalator.
Yeah, Jimmy trusts me.
Jimmy trusts me. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck who Jimmy Garoppolo trusts. Right? Jimmy's in town. Good. Well, I'm not leaving you. Like, and
no.
Then, because we did these 2 laps that literally took 40 minutes just about, and Piscolito starts to sweat.
I'm panicking at this point.
You're panicking. And
what do you do?
And you actually looked at me and said, what do we do? Do I leave him? Do I leave him the keys? And I'm like,
he wants the keys to the Batmobile.
I cannot, in good conscience, on the opposite side of the border, say to you, leave him the keys. I trust Mo. No.
And it wasn't just the keys. It was $100. He wanted $100 and the keys.
And the keys.
Here, take the keys to the Batmobile. It's yours, I guess. And thinking about it all game, it'd be like 50-50 if the fucking Batmobile is there when we got out, plus $100. Anyways, we were lucky. Say our prayers. I still thank God that we found this place. It was like a high-rise parking garage, 7th floor.
Which had its own challenges after the game, but that's okay.
Exactly. Impossible to get out of there.
Yeah.
And a little FYI, Detroit does not have a lot of primetime games, so the downtown core was a little fucked up because of it, because a lot of the eateries and bars afterwards, they didn't know. It was a Monday night. There's tons of people in the downtown core, and a lot of these places are like, we usually close at like 10. So, some of them were open. The Godfather and I walked around for probably over an hour looking for grub because we couldn't get out of this parking lot. The only place we ended up finding was a fucking liquor store. That had convenience store / liquor store. Yeah. That basically had those weird sandwiches. They're in plastic wrap. You have no idea how long they've been there for. But we had nothing else. We had no other options.
Fantastic.
So bags of chips.
Kettle chips. pre-wrapped hoagies.
And yeah, and a couple
Coke
bottles
Zero.
of yeah, just
Fantastic.
terrible, just terrible. Just to wrap all this up, Godfather, what did you think of Caesar's Windsor? Because that's where we stayed. We stayed on the Canadian side because, you know, the price of the dollar and stuff like that. It's much easier to go on the other side. I got a great rate with my Caesar's Diamond Plus card. But here's the biggest fucking annoyance, is that no complimentary cocktails in Canada. Right? I worked so goddamn hard last season to build up that tier status, the Diamond Plus, for complimentary cocktails at any Caesar's property in Las Vegas. But it does not translate in Canada. You get Stugotz. You get free valet parking, which is nice. That we found out after.
If the valet guy's there.
Yeah, which he wasn't when we got back. Finally got back to Canada after the game. It was after midnight, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I'm pissed off about the no complimentary cocktails.
Well,
Caesar's Windsor, the outside is pretty sketch.
No,
I like the
neighborhood.
view.
The proximity to going across the border can't beat it.
No, you can't. Yeah, amazing.
Fucking 3/4 minutes.
Yeah, to all the
Easy
sports,
peasy.
right?
Easy.
The Detroit hockey,
Yeah.
Detroit baseball, Detroit football, all in a couple block radius that you can easily get there from Windsor. So highly encourage staying there.
Yes,
But
that part's easy. But I mean, it's in the middle of honestly, a casino shouldn't be built across the street from Ontario Housing.
yeah,
I don't think so. And by when I say across the street, I'm not saying across the street, Jane Street in Vaughan or, fucking Young Street. No, I'm talking across the street, a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
2-car, 1 lane down, 1 lane up street. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. And like I told you, Godfather, while we were there, you walk into Caesar's Windsor and you're like, fuck, this actually feels like a legit casino, right? It actually makes you feel like you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
But then when you start paying a little bit more attention, the patrons not quite the same, obviously, as Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, and the staff not quite the same as Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. A little rundown.
I don't even want to bring up the grab and go sandwich shop
that sucks.
That ended up taking us 20 minutes anyway, and they were closing at 4:00 in the afternoon in Caesar's Windsor.
Yeah. Well, Godfather, one of our followers reached out on Twitter. Justin, I don't remember his last name, but
you're never prepared.
I know, I suck. He reached out and said the Italian spot right beside where you were complaining at the front desk about your lack of shower pressure. That's funny. If you gotta follow me on Instagram
it wasn't
to get all
fucking funny
these
to me.
sneak peeks. Anyways, that Italian place, he sent me a picture of the chicken parm. It looks delicious, and he said it's phenomenal. And they probably would have had a good espresso. The only other place that serves coffee in Caesar's Windsor is Tim Hortons, of all places.
Incredible.
Brutal. Okay,
brutal.
So just to wrap it all up, we're 24 minutes, and we're already a quarter way through just talking about this shit, but I'm sure people are enjoying the inside info about Caesar's Windsor. The last thing I want to talk about, Godfather, you went into the sports book. So we used to make the odds for Caesar's Windsor back when it was it was casino sports. So the Godfather and I, from an office in Toronto, would set all the odds for Casino Windsor. Right now, they just did a big renovation, and it is now a Caesar sportsbook. Yeah. Right? Completely different. The OLG is not in there anymore, right?
Nope.
So what did you think of the sportsbook?
I mean, it brought back some, mixed emotions because, I worked on that project from day one, right through the construction of it.
So you were down in Caesar's Windsor, greeting patrons?
Yes, I spent one weekend there and doing Q&A and how to play. And
really?
Yeah, that ended up being not too good because all the Americans that came down said, you guys said Vegas style wagering. and I knew that was going to be the end of it because, that was,
style, yeah.
Vegas style.
So what they wanted to do straight bets?
They wanted to do straight bets, and I'm trying to show them how to fill out a selection slip, right? And they're like, "What? What's this game sheet? Are you crazy?"
And the odds.
I just want to bet the Lions -4. I brought a suitcase. Right? So I mean, it there was a little bit of growing pains, but that was actually our second place. The first pilot location was Casino Niagara, and the second place was Casino Windsor. Nice. And again, a little bittersweet because I think we could have done a lot more, but politics.
Yeah, it sucked. I think there was an opportunity for sports betting in Canada. They could have been the first ones, but no, they sit back, they wait for the US to make a move, and then by that time, people can play in the US. And then Canada, follows suit. If they would have legalized earlier, man, the potential there, then you would have had all the border traffic. Yes, exactly. So the only difference, for those unaware, we're throwing it back, but the only difference between casino sports and Proline was the odds, a smaller menu, but the odds were slightly better. So Proline, back in the day, vintage product, it was 1.7 on each side of a straight bet, which is terrible odds, we know. At the casino, Windsor and Niagara, you could get 1.8 on each side. So significantly better. Yeah. That was the difference. But again, much smaller of a menu. And that was fun, man. I remember those days. And that was good times. But so successful business trip. We moved ahead in our Survivor. My bingo pick of Lions -9 covered. And we had a prop, the Laporta tight end, which was nice. It's always nice. You know what, Godfather? I've said this many a times, and I think you'll agree with me. Sports betting is so much better when you win.
No shit. Very good.
Okay. Speaking of winning at a sports book, we're going to move on to our next segment. We're 27 minutes in, just to keep an eye on the clock. Like I said, we'll never keep you guys here longer than an hour anymore. I'm not doing it. An hour episodes, and you get us every week. I think it's going much better like this. Godfather, you went into a place called Unibet. When we started, going after these sports books here in Ontario at the beginning of September. And do you have some stats for us? I asked if you could check. You do have some stats? Okay, perfect. So I remember.
I remember them.
Okay, so I remember going into Unibet pre-regulation, April 4th, 2022, I believe was the official date, or 2021. I think it's 2021 actually. So I went in there pre-regulation when they were still gray market, and they sucked. They were better than TonyBet that we talked about last episode, but Unibet was very soft. They had shit odds. They were slow to move. I remember going in with the full dog a few times. We'd kick the shit out of them, but the leash was very, very small. They were based out of Europe. Maybe some issues with American odds as well. I remember having to deal with decimals, and they would, have all these alternate lines all the time that were fucking way off. So easy to pick apart, but very, very short leash. How was your experience, Godfather, signing up with them, and what was your leash like?
My experience, they were the best book out of the ones that I've gone to. They were the easiest to play at.
Okay.
They didn't break my balls with KYC crap at the beginning.
It's always nice.
Or my eventual bye-bye. Okay. I loved them. But unlike TonyBet, I got lucky there. My record was 17-9-2.
17-9-2. Okay, I don't know.
65% win percentage.
Nice. You looked that up. Nice. 65 is incredible, by the way. Right? You're shooting for 58.
Right.
So okay.
And
so how many bets total? 28 bets.
28 bets.
Fuck
17,
off.
9. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Less than 2 weeks. That's the shelf life. If you get lucky, that's the shelf life. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And
what did you deposit?
It probably was closer to 10, 11 days because I put up with the, R28s for 2-3 days. And then I said, yeah.
Risk 28. Yes.
Yeah.
So they don't, if anyone's confused, they don't kick you out. They don't tell you, fuck you, get out of here.
No, they don't.
What they do is they limit your stake to $28, or what was it when you were? Was it less than that? Sometimes it's even less.
Sometimes
$7,
even less,
whatever.
depending on what you're playing.
Depending on the market, yeah.
I even got hit with a couple of R7s. Like, are you fucking kidding me now?
That's what I mean. And if it's on an obscure market, you're like, okay, maybe I can still keep this for college football. Maybe I can still keep this for the NFL. If you're still giving me a couple $100, $300, $400, but if you're giving me $50,
no,
on the NFL, what are we doing here? Are you nuts? The most efficient market in sports betting, one of them, soccer's probably a bit more, but one of the most efficient markets in sports betting, you're going to give me $50.
I can't stay.
Crazy. So what did you deposit, Godfather, to Unibet?
You want like actual numbers?
Oh, you don't have that?
Oh, I do.
Put it out there, fuck, so we can give everyone an idea. Like, we're not going in there slamming. We're not making $25,000 deposits.
I'm no hotshot. I may walk around the streets of fucking Motown in a lion fucking costume
with a briefcase.
With a briefcase, but
briefcase was empty, by the way. People were like, "How much did you bet at Caesars Windsor?"
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, it was a prop. It was a joke. We were doing everything. We did our bets on our phones. We did not bring cash down there.
Our social media fucking manager, this guy here, he's got a lot of really, really good ideas. Yeah, go stand under the high limit sign. Anyway, I put in a couple of dimes.
2 dimes? Okay.
Yeah.
2 dimes?
That's sort of a standard deposit, right?
I mean, up here.
And I took out 4,600. So I doubled it.
Okay, nice little double up. 2.5?
Well, because I got lucky. 17, 9, and 2 pushes.
17-9 and 2 pushes. Okay. And I think you told me mostly soccer action?
Yeah, mostly soccer. I like the soccer, Mostly soccer. A little CFB.
A little CFB. So
And
again, shout out to our project helpers for doing what they do. It's a fun little venture.
But so very, very unlike my TonyBet experience, which was kind of shit right from the word go. And I think at that one I was like 9-7 or 7, 9-7, I think it was, or whatever it was. And over there, I'm up $200. And they still made it so that I can stay there. Yeah.
Well, we'll get to TonyBet in a second. So, again, we're going to complain about it every fucking episode because it's garbage. Like, what these places do. It is pure garbage. Even if you double up your balance, like, are you kidding me? That's all. You know what I mean? So what are these places for? Just dark holes that if you're green, you're fucked, and if you're in the red, you can continue to play. That's what it is essentially.
It does seem that way. That's
100% what it is.
I played no super. I played no super boosted odds. I did not play the super boosted 16 parlay of the day. I did not. I don't play those things. I don't. All the power to whoever enjoys that kind of wagering. That's okay. We're not here to judge, but
maybe you should start playing that. Look a little square.
Well, there you
Seriously.
go.
Seriously. That's one of the goals. Look as square as possible. Throw in the same game parlay. I actually did that last night.
I'm a recreational player. I don't need to look square. I don't need to look this or that. Jesu Christo, if you're booking events, you can't give me even a hundo on something. I can't do it.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Okay, so just to let everyone know again, Unibet is a Canby book. Canby books are Unibet, Leo Vegas, Bet Rivers, North Star Bets, and Play Fallsview. Play Fallsview, garbage. We've already had an episode about them. Leo Vegas is going to be maybe next episode, but they're all run by the same fucking machine essentially. So
Uni was good. I liked them, but when you don't want people
winners,
to actually play,
yeah,
and you don't,
they're all
and
the
you
same.
don't, so
Garbage.
can't do it.
Well, at least everyone is getting what we're experiencing with, and it'll give everyone an idea of, like, when you're looking to go into a new place in the Ontario market, you can watch our podcast, you can listen to it, and you can hear our genuine experience of going in. So Godfather in 2K, out 4,200, quick double up, but he lasted 11 days. So there you go. That's Unibet. Godfather, last episode we talked about TonyBet, and you said they were KYCing you up the you-know-what. What happened there? Tell me your story. You told me on the way down to Detroit, and I think it'd be beneficial for everyone to hear it. So I think where we left it is they were asking you for utility bills, and ID and utility bill is standard.
Okay, no problem.
So what happened exactly?
Well, I made the mistake of, you know what? Let me try to complete this process before I go to Detroit tomorrow morning. So I made the mistake of trying to effectuate this process around midnight the night before. Well, by 1:30, after my 8th declined document, I started to get a little upset.
Okay, what do you mean by declined document? So
they sent me an email saying, "We decline your withdrawal. As part of our KYC process, you must provide the following: proof of residency, so a utility bill, a tax bill, something with your name clearly," and they kept on bolding the fucking word clearly.
They're annoying about it, yes.
Clearly visible, blah, blah, blah. Cannot be more than 3 months old.
Yes.
So I sent my tax bill, which was exactly 3 months old, declined. They send it back to me because I'm following them on the site.
So what is it? Do they have like a portal that you upload to?
So basically, go to your profile, then go to account verification. Everything you need to complete the withdrawal process and the KYC is
right there on the site. There's no, because I remember back in the day when everything was gray zone, you just basically had to attach it to an email. So now they actually have a portal.
No, they have an upload portal. Okay. So no problem. I start taking screenshots, and you could tell, it was like in green processing, and then red rejected, and I'm like, Jessica, what the fuck? And then they send you an email stating the reason. Document is more than 3 months old. I said, no, it's not. It's 3 months. I'm actually have 2 fucking more days before it's 3 months old. Okay, but that's okay. Okay, motherfuckers, you want me to go downstairs and get a different utility bill? Because you know what? Tonight, I get my money. Because now I'm upset. I don't like to be upset. Okay? And I am also not used to this fucking bullshit. But anyway.
I know by
I go get another bill.
Text that I woke up to.
I go get another bill. I look at it. It says September 12th on. I said, okay. So now I send that in, approved.
Nice.
Job
done.
No. Step 2. You must provide a screenshot of your banking institution or a bank statement with your name, the account number, and your address clearly visible.
That is so annoying.
I have news for you people. Everybody in the world that is younger than 70 banks online. I don't Whatever I can get from my financial institution from online, I'll pass it on. Oh, it must be on one document. No necesito. You understand? And I'm going back and forth with these people.
On chat?
First it was emails.
Okay.
And then I said, basta. Okay. I'm going online chat. I got some guy, I forget what, Graham or something. And I just start leaning in a little bit and saying, okay, this is what I'm trying to do. All I'm trying to do is take out my money. Right?
Yeah.
2G in, 2K in, 22 out. 200. Give me my money, please. Right? So he's then telling me what I need. But at least with the online chat, because with each rejection, I got more and more upset, right?
So,
every time I saw red, I saw red. So I got the guy going on the chat, and then he finally I get a screenshot of my account profile. It's got my name, it's got my address, it's got my account number in one little corner. I try to take a screenshot. I get a screenshot. I send it to him. He says, that one's good. Approve. I'll send it to the people. They'll approve it. He goes, now I need a screenshot of the actual e-transfer when you deposit it.
That's fucked. That is a pure stall tactic. There is no doubt about it. The only thing I remember telling you, Godfather, on the way down to Detroit was the only thing they may be able to stand half a leg on there is the fact that they want to see that the funds actually came from your bank, but they should be able to see that on their end. They have sophisticated systems.
I got no sugar daddy that's paying for it. Like, hello.
Nah, right? But Beard,
and this is what. Okay, I understand what some of these sophisticated organizational people try to do. I understand that's not me.
But here's the thing. That's a big mistake. If you actually are trying to beard into one of these places, don't ever. If the Godfather is signing up, Pisky would never send an e-transfer to the sportsbook. That is a huge mistake if you're actually trying to beard in.
But,
and anyone that does that, like, okay, I'm telling you, don't do that. Make sure it comes from the right person because, they're going to hit you up with this shit.
I mean,
but obviously you sent it yourself. Okay.
If my cousin Giuseppe owed me $2K and I'd say, Giuseppe, you got to pay me. I want you to deposit it into TonyBet.
They're going to give you a hard time. I understand what you're saying, but they're going to give you a fucking hard time. Don't do it.
Because that was the final straw. And that particular document took a lot of digging around because I had to go to like a special spot online and
that's so annoying.
Yeah. And it's
how did it finally get resolved? It finally Buddy just accepted it?
Well, when I finally got a screenshot with the date, okay?
Yeah.
And with the confirmation code of the e-transfer, right? That's what then I just got on the chat. I said, listen up, Giuseppe. Okay? This is all I have. I said, it shows the date, it shows the amount of the deposit, and it shows that it went to you fucking guys. Okay?
What was the response?
I'll approve this document and I'll send it to the proper people and you'll get an email in the morning and then it can then it can take 48 hours for you to get. All I was trying to get was
you're just trying to get your money back. Okay, so how long did it get? After that conversation, you finally hang up. Oh my God, I'm going to get some rest. The next day it came in? How many hours?
Over 24.
So, the next day in your bank account, job done. You're done with TonyBet. Are you ever going back?
Never. No, never. Because
good answer.
You know what? It's not, honestly, I'd go back to uni. If we could get to some sort of agreement that you'll let me play, I'd go back to uni, no problem. Tony?
That's another thing. Once you're done, you're done. There's no taking a break, going back, negotiating. Once you're done, it's over with. You move on and sort it. So you got a beard in next time.
You telling me that once you take out your account balance, they flag you and you can't go in anymore?
I mean, you go back in, you're still going to get your
okay.
W7s.
Gotcha.
Your limits aren't going to reset.
Yeah.
Right? Some people think there's if you go or you take a break or something. No. Once you're flagged, there's no going back.
Break.
Trust me, I've tried it. Unless they got this new protocol, but I'm pretty sure once they say fuck you, it's fuck you for life.
Because TonyBet wasn't even easy to use, and it didn't have everything. No props.
Yeah, I know.
When I watch a Steeler game, I watch give me a Deontay Johnson over. Like, hello, no problem. I gotta have something just to keep the juices going. TonyBet had nothing.
Yeah. Anyways, they're done. We already talked about them last episode. We're moving on.
Move on.
Next, 45 minutes in, Godfather. We got 15 left.
Oh, you talking?
I don't. This is all you this episode, which I'm happy with. The next thing, last episode, we talked about middling. I'm a big middler. Everyone knows it. Bet Midler. I used to send pictures of Bet Midler. Like, that's me. It's okay. Stupid joke. Anyways, obviously, after touting middles and saying this is a great way to bet, last week was a middling massacre. Okay? I wrote down my record because I want everyone to understand that this is not easy. It is not an easy way to make money. You gotta be extraordinarily disciplined. You gotta stick with it. And sometimes it goes to complete shit. Last week it went to complete dog shit. My record last week in middling, 1.5 hits, 49 losses. Juice bloodbath. Bloodbath, not good. I had to explain to the Godfather for 4 hours.
Tropicana gave me a call. We want to make you a sponsor for our juice.
All the way down to Windsor, Detroit. I had to tell him, I know it looks terrible on paper, but trust me, this happens once in a blue moon. Anyways, I just wanted to reiterate that is not easy money. It is very tough. And there was even a trading error in there. These things happen. I'll quickly explain what it was. I was trying, again, looking at live lines, looking at different books. I see a -6.5 at one of the predatory places on CFL, Montreal Alouettes. I see a -6.5, and I see a +8.5 at Pinnacle. Perfect. Give me that 7. I play my -6.5. I always go to the predatory books first because I know they're weaker than Pinnacle. I'd rather be stuck on a number at a predatory book than being stuck on a number at Pinnacle. Went and played my -6.5. I go over to Pinnacle to take the 8.5 +8.5. It's gone. No existo. I don't know if it was a commercial break. I don't know, whatever. No odds available. By the time it came back to life, came back to be available to wager on, I guess they were playing the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I guess the Tiger Cats must have scored a touchdown or something like that. The middle opportunity was gone, and then I only had the opportunity to give myself a Polish middle, which would mean I play like a +4.5, which obviously you do not do. You stick. Now I got the Alouettes -6.5. You hope for the best. They end up winning the game by 2. I got stuck on that number, lost the bet, and that sucks. Because, like I said, I like putting a dime on each side, so now I'm fucking, I think I laid 22, I'm 1,200 in the hole. It was a massacre. It was terrible. So, no middle hits plus a trading error. Last week was not good, friends.
Fucking amateur hour.
Not good. Disgusting.
Amateur hour.
That's all I want to talk about that. Be careful if you're middling. Yes. It's not as easy as I made it sound last episode.
If you're going to middling live.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I love it, but
don't try this at home.
It's tough. Okay. Moving along, Bet ESPN. They bought Barstool. They are coming into the market. Godfather, you sent me the link, I believe, November 14th, right? Yes, I think we're 2 weeks away. Yep. But you also sent me a picture of all the places that they're going into, all the states and, the province up here in Canada. Ontario was not on the list where they weren't, right?
No.
So that kind of sucks, but You know what? They're really big, so I would put them into the same category as DraftKings, FanDuel, Caesars, BetMGM. Another big boy is coming. They're eventually going to get up here, I'm sure.
For sure. There's no way they're going to let the other ones be up here and have that kind of market share. So
the rinky-dink places like the Canby Books and TonyBet and shit like that, you're not getting far with them, but we haven't got to them yet because we're going to do a different book every episode, but some of these other predatory places aren't bad. to play at. Like I am having a good time at DraftKings at MGM. I know it's a limited time only, but it's a hell of a lot better than a lot of these rinky-dink ones, and I think Bet ESPN will fall into that category, which is great.
I mean, when we're talking about 2-3 months at a book versus 2 weeks, it's a big difference here.
Huge difference.
Come on.
Okay, so that's something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
We're speeding along because I can see the clock in front of me, and I don't
worry,
mean to rush it.
Dude.
I don't mean to rush it, but I feel like this is good. Bang, topic. The next topic I want to talk about quickly is Spank Odds. So Spank Odds, if you've been following Spanky or Spank Odds on Twitter, that's usually where they make the most noise. The price has gone up for Spank Odds. It went into effect on Halloween, November 1st. I don't know, pumpkin, chariot. That's Spanky called me and told me that, and he used that analogy. I thought it was pretty funny, clever. Yes, Spank Odds has gone up in price, but here's the thing. They started an affiliate program, which I've said it out of the gate. I've said it with everyone that I've kind of like crossed paths with in terms of this content creation thing and affiliating with products. I use Spank Odds. I am a pro user. So when I heard that they were starting an affiliate program, I said, you know what? Yes, I want to be part of that. So I'm going to have a promo code for you guys. I don't have it. I want to make sure that it works yet. So they just went live with it November 1st. Today we're November 3rd. I want to make sure it works first, and then I will put it out there. So next episode, I will talk more about this affiliation. But yes, you will have a code that you can use, courtesy of this podcast and courtesy of all the content that I've been putting out. And you will get a discount on the higher price now. So a little bit of savings there.
The man of the people.
I mean, whatever. I'm going to talk about it because, like I said, I use it. Wow. Now, again, I will talk about this more next episode, and we'll talk about the different tiers that you can get with Spank Odds, because you still have the opportunity to get it for free. There is still a free version of Spank Odds that I highly encourage, man. It's free. Why not? Godfather, what in life today,
nothing
these days, is free?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Fake news is free.
So we'll talk more about Spank Odds next episode, but I just wanted to say that I do have a coupon code coming, and yes,
affiliation is the way to go. Good.
For the right products. I've told everyone, and if there's any of the predatory books watching this, there are a few of you that have reached out to me and DM'd me over the course of this content creation journey. I've said it once, and I'm going to say it again. I will not partner with you if our core values do not align. So if you're fucking TonyBet and you're knocking at my door, and I know how you operate, I know how you've treated a man of honor sitting next to me here on this podcast or on screen, I am not going to partner with you. I am not going to tout your product if I do not use it, if I do not believe in what you're doing is right. I am more than happy to talk on and promote Pinnacle, Bet Chris, places like that. You know what I mean? That Spanky can actually take a bet. Spank Odds. I'm not doing it for the rinky-dink book, so don't even ask. Okay? Don't even ask, because the answer is no.
Fair value. Fair.
All right. 5 minutes left. Week 9 Survivor. We made it through last week on our business trip. Detroit. We got through, Godfather, so we're very happy about that. We're into week 9. It's getting a little warm. It's getting a little warm.
This is warm? You haven't met warm yet.
Some people have asked how many people are left. I don't even care. That is out of our control. I know from being in this pool long enough that you got to go to the distance. So I don't even fucking care. And the nice thing about these private ones is that when you get down to the nitty-gritty, there is a message that goes out, and potential splits and guaranteed profits and stuff like that. We're not there yet, but if we're fortunate enough to get there, I will definitely let you guys know like what we're potentially going for.
We got to take it down. Never mind.
Yeah, we got to take it down. Absolutely. I want to go to that Midtown bar and get the plastic bag that reeks like cigarettes. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's what we're playing for.
Great.
So I see 2 options on the board this week, Godfather. Let me pull up Spank Odds just to make sure that I have it right. Yes. the Saints are at home right now. They are approximately an 8.5, 9-point favorite at home to the Chicago Bears. And the Cleveland Brownies have actually moved up. That's pretty much a solid 10 across the board right now. They're at
Deshaun
home.
Watson is going.
He's going?
Yeah.
Okay, and who the fuck? You told me Dobbs got traded out of Arizona, right? Didn't he get traded to Minnesota? So who's the quarter? Is Kyler Murray's not back, is he?
No, he's questionable too. So
who the hell's the quarterback there?
I don't know, some third string guy. It doesn't matter. That's our choice, and that's it.
We're going Cleveland?
We're going Cleveland.
Okay. No, you don't want to talk about New Orleans at all? No?
Okay. Make your point for New Orleans.
I mean, no. I'm happy with Cleveland.
Cleveland, let's go. We're going to do Cleveland.
So listen.
Because then that way, if they fuck me, it's Cleveland.
Listen. You are very lucky that I'm a little tired of all the driving and traveling that I've done lately. I fucking had to do a business trip after our business trip because there is an opportunity, and I'd love to take it. I'm telling you, Godfather, if Cleveland was an indoor stadium, we'd be suiting up and we'd be going down there for business trip part deux.
No.
Okay, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a breather because I know it was a bit of a shock with the lion head and everything, dressing up. I'm going to give you a breather. But that is an opportunity. Cleveland is a 5-hour drive approximately from Toronto. I mean, the Amazon costume, easily accessible. Go down there. But I don't want to sit out in the cold in Cleveland and cheer on.
Me wearing a Lions outfit. Halloween, Detroit City, Chuckle. Yeah, okay, I go along with it. There are 5 no-fly zones for me. Any of the AFC North rivals are off the table, Cleveland being one of them. To that list, I will add the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. No Tom Brady to make you feel great anymore.
No.
So anybody else? You want me to prance around the JETS? Go Buffalo, go Buffalo. Okay. But those 5, don't even fucking ask me.
No chance?
I'll take them for the survivor pick because real business is business. But I'm not playing a fool.
You're not putting a big cowboy hat and going to Big D. That's in Jerry's house. No chance.
No chance.
And what about the Patriots? Patriots are having a little bit of trouble now.
No.
Do you feel bad for them?
Do I feel bad for them? I love it.
So you don't feel sorry? You don't feel sorry for them?
Sorry. No, not in the slightest. No. So
lots of pain there. Lots of history between you.
Too much history. Too much history. So no, let's go Cleveland. I really think that's
all right. Cleveland locked and loaded. Week 9. Let's hope we can get through. And you know what? Take it as it comes because I don't look ahead. I deal with what's exactly in front. I know some people like to play strategy with this survivor thing. Things change so much week to week that you don't know. Every time
I've used the strategy is the week I got kicked out. So no.
We made it, and we have a word for that.
Yeah, when you get cute, when you get cute, okay, things happen. All right.
Absolutely.
You get cute. You get burned. We're not getting burned. I want to take this down, okay? First of all,
are you going to come with me if we... No, we're not going to talk about it. That's called the jinx. We're not talking about it.
But, no, we're taking it down. I want to take it down. I need the money.
All right, G. Don't we all? Come on, let's go. All right, Godfather, we are at the finish line. 1 hour. Thank you, everyone.
We covered everything?
We covered everything. I'm at the end here.
Oh, nice.
A little speedy, and I apologize for that, but I really want to get this done in an hour. I don't think it's fair to keep everyone here longer than an hour.
Okay, that's no problem. I show up, we do an hour, let's go.
Yes, amazing. All right, everyone, thank you very much for joining on behalf of myself and the one and only Godfather, we thank you, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Next week. A la salute.
Always betting. Always